Well, good midday to you, one and all. Even though it is a little cooler outside, this is a fabulous day. And so we are grateful to God for the privilege again, as redundant as that is, but yet still the privilege that the Lord has allowed us to be able to come together and to share with you. And for that, we bless his holy name. So, again, thankful and grateful for the numbers of you that will join us on our snapshot. And it is a privilege to have each and every one of you with us. As you can see, I have company. And so I have to watch this little boy because he's getting quicker in his old age. And so after all that we are trying to do, is that's right, Booger. After all we're trying to do, we are grateful that he is here with us. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So we're grateful to God for those of you that are here. Ayana, Kathy, Chaplain Hearns, Cora, Jaleesa. He's behind. He's right here. Mary, Tamika, Kathy, bless you for being here with us. Rhonda, to the glory of God. We are thankful to God for each and every one of you. Minister Sarah, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I got my little partner with me. He's fighting sleep, but he has arisen. He has awakened, and so here he is. Katrina, bless you for being here. So I got my little assistant teacher here with me on today. Minister Faye, bless you. Good midday. All right. Yeah, ain't that about nothing? This little boy here, he is as spoiled as they come, and that's just the way it is. And so we are grateful and privileged to have each and every one of you here. Gaither, bless you for being here with us. And we are again thankful. Please share, please share, please share, please share, please share as we get ready to prepare in just a moment for our snapshot for today. Okay. And so Legend says hello. Okay. Oh, well, hello to those that are at Myers and Niles. We are grateful that Cora has us on speakerphone, and we are grateful and praying that you too will be blessed. Okay. And so Denise, how you doing? Carolyn, how you feeling? Okay. See, nobody. Linda, bless you. Dolores, thank you. Lo Brady, thank you for being here. And we're glad that you are here with us. And I got Bam Bam with me. That's another one of his new names because he just loves to beat on stuff. But that's just the way it booger. Come here. Come here. As you can see, he is getting big. Rose, Timothy, bless you for being here. He is getting big. Ella May, dear, how are you? And so he not only is getting bigger, he's getting heavier, and he has a mind of his own. He is developing his own little personality. And as you can see, he is in control. Okay. And so that's just the way it is. I'm going to start in another minute. Yes, he is growing. Okay. Yes, he is. No, no drumsticks. Oh my God. Listen, Jemison, bless you. Thea, thank you. Sister Rains, thank you so much for being here with us on today. You looking at Elmo? I don't have the volume up. You want to go over there? Or you want to stay here? Which one you want to do? Which one you want to do, Booger? So, his mother texted me last night and asked me would I watch him, and I said sure. So I had to change my schedule so I could keep this little guy here, and he is sleepy. So I'm letting you know he's sleepy. All right, and so with that being said, thank you so much, Iris. I appreciate that, letting me know that all is well, and grateful to God for the media's ministry. Misty, bless you for being here. Yeah, he's a cutie pie, all right, but he is a handful, and that's just the way it is. Well, let me go ahead and get started. Are you ready to start, Booger? Huh? Legend, are you ready to start? Yes, he is. Okay. No drums, no drums, no, because it's no telling what he might do to somebody. Sister Thomas, thank you so much for being here. See, because it's no telling. He beat up everybody that he come in contact with. Although I believe that he is musically inclined because of the noises that he makes. But we're just gonna wait and see what happens. Okay, Booger. Okay, Booger. Is that okay? So as you know, I'm in Matthew chapter 20. Yeah, I know. Baby sleepy. Mwah. The baby sleepy. Okay, here. Okay, now you gonna kick. Yeah, he's sleepy. As so, as we talked about it in Matthew chapter 20, and we started at verse 29. I believe the question that I asked, because I left those notes at the church, but I believe the question that I asked was, are you going to allow haters to stand in the way of your healing? And I think this is important for us to understand and to recognize that uh, people have a tendency of only being concerned and consumed with their needs and not the needs of other people. And I think we see this quite clearly in Matthew chapter 20, and starting at the 29th verse, we find that as Jesus has left an encounter with the disciples that basically challenged them because, as you know, the mom of two of them decided that they were going to go to Jesus privately, and then when the 10 found it out, then there was some issues, and so Jesus had to get them to understand. Lady Bowling, bless you. Bernice, thank you so much for being here. And so he had to straighten that out to help them to understand the power of servanthood, because if you want to be great, you have to learn how to be a servant, and I think that's so important. Okay. And so in the midst of this, he deals with this issue of these two blind men as he travels to Jericho. Now, as he travels to Jericho, these men who have no sight, but you have to remember that even in the midst of where there's a moment when, how do I want to say that, there's an impediment. LaShawn, bless you. Thank you for being here with us. Where there may be an impediment physically, other parts of the human anatomy are enhanced. And with them, they might not have been able to see, but they could hear. And you got to remember that the hearing that they have is a two-part hearing. I'm sorry, am I in the way? I'm sorry. Two-part hearing. One, they had heard about Jesus. They had heard what he was able to do. They had heard of the miraculous power that he possessed. But the second thing they heard, Minister Marcia, is they heard that he was coming. They heard you might want to Rose, shut your phone off and bring it back up again. That could very well be what's wrong there, but you'll be just fine. And so when they heard it, they reacted. And see, my question is to you, are you willing to react to what you hear? Are you willing? Y'all have to excuse the position that I have to be in because little booger man is getting ready to go to sleep. Okay, are when you hear what the Lord will do, when you hear that the Lord will provide, when you hear what the Lord is capable of, how do you react to it? And so when they heard that Jesus was coming, here is their reaction, and I think it's a powerful one. They cried out. And the question again is, are you going to allow anybody, any hater, anybody who is really only concerned about themselves and not the well-being or the welfare of anybody else to stand in the way of your healing? Hey, Pee Wee, how are you? This is overwhelmingly important for us to get into understand. So they say it. Now get this, get this, get this. They did not ask for a miracle, but they asked for mercy. Lord, have mercy. Lord, have mercy. Lord, have you ever found yourself in a position where mercy would suit the case? Mercy would provide what you need. Mercy will sustain you. They said, Lord, they said, Lord, Son of David, have mercy on us. Show your compassion, show your kindness, show your concern for us, because we're not even going to ask you what we want. We just want you to have mercy on us. And in the midst of that, the multitude turned around and warned them that they should be quiet. They basically said, hey, Debbie, shut up. Don't be asking him for anything. It's our turn. Pastor Good, how are you? It's our turn. It's our turn. We need to hear. We need to receive. We need God to do something for us. And so they turned around and said, you need to be quiet. You need to shut up. That's what you need to do. Don't keep asking him for anything. And can you imagine the unmitigated gall for somebody to be in a position of need and then get mad when somebody else asks for something from the Lord? And so in the midst of that, here's their reaction. And I'm wondering, is it yours? When people tell you what you can't have, when people tell you what God won't do, when people tell you he ain't say that, he's not going to do that, he's not going to provide that, I want to know, is your reaction just like theirs? Because they had a reaction to the haters. They had a reaction to the naysayers. They had a reaction to those that were trying to stop them from receiving. And the more they told them to shut up, the louder they got. Y'all didn't catch that. Y'all didn't catch that. Y'all didn't catch that. Y'all didn't catch. See, that's where Sunday morning loudness is important. Can I talk about this for just a second? Lavonda, thank you for being here. I want us to think about this because, sometimes we say, oh, it doesn't take all of that. Oh, we don't have to shout like that. Oh, we don't have to open our mouths like that. Oh, we don't have to. 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 But when you show up, because you want God to do something for you, when you show up because you need his power and his presence, when you show up, there ought to be a reaction to the naysayers. You can say whatever you want to. Matter of fact, next Sunday, don't even sit next to me, because when I came to church today, I came so God would do something for me that I can't do for myself. So when I hear that God is moving, when I hear and sense that God is doing something in the lives of somebody else, I'm getting ready to chime in with them. I'm getting ready to get loud. I want God to know, I need you to have mercy. Have mercy on me. Have mercy on my family. Have mercy on my situation. Have mercy on my finances. Have mercy on everything that's going on. Have mercy on my neighborhood. Have mercy on my city. Have mercy on my mind. Listen, I wish I had somebody. When people roll their eyes at you like you need to be quiet, you need to get even louder. You ought to get loud. 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 Because look at the text. Y'all not ready for me. Y'all not ready for me today. Y'all not ready for me today. The text says that when they got louder, y'all better catch this, which means they got louder than the crowd that was already there. When they got louder, Jesus caught them and said, what do you look at what he said? What do you want me to do for you? Y'all not hearing what I'm saying. Y'all not hearing what I'm saying. The louder they got, the more that God through Christ paid attention to them because he understood quite clearly that these people were not, these two men were there out of their situation, out of their desperation, out of their heartache, out of their pain, out of their isolation. I wish I had 5 people out there that could recognize clearly that sometimes you got to cry out of your pain. You got to cry through your pain. You got to cry in the midst of your problems. You got to cry in the midst of your situation. You got to cry. And when people are looking at you crazy, you ought to get just a little bit louder. And the next thing you know, the Lord's power and presence will step into your space and say, what do you want me to do for you? Oh. Is there anybody out here today that can just acknowledge and testify to the fact that the louder I got, the quicker he showed up? The louder I got, the quicker he responded. The louder I got, the more he provided for me. And so they turned around and said to him, Lord, that our eyes may be open. And guess what happened? Jesus had compassion, touched their eyes, and the Bible said immediately they received their sight. Now, I got another question. I got another question that I need to ask you. After your healing, does it enhance your followership? Oh my God. After your miracle, does it enhance your followership? After God provides for you what you could not provide for yourself, does it enhance your followership? Does it after God has healed you, provided for you, paid bills for you, helped you raise your child, after all that God intervenes and does for you? My question is, are you following him better? Are you loving him better? Are you more obedient? Y'all didn't catch that. Y'all didn't catch that. Y'all not catching this today. Because see, whenever God provides something for you, it ought to change what you do for him. Whenever God performs a miraculous move in your life, it ought to change how you interact with him. When God does something in your life that you could have never done for yourself, it ought to change your interaction. It ought to change your obedience. It ought to change your stewardship. It ought to change everything about when God comes into your space and comes into your life and comes into your family and comes into your circumstances. And in the midst of all of them, in the midst of everything that went awry, that went crazy, that went psychotic, that went out of your control, he steps in. And when he does it change you? Does it change your faithfulness? Does it change your consistency? Does it change your praise? Does it change how you walk? Does it change how you talk? Does it change how you interact? Does it change your love? Does it change? I wish I had somebody. I wish I had about 5 people out here right now. And about 5 people later, y'all got to give me a second. I need to do something for this little boy because he's fighting sleep right now. Yeah, booger. Yeah, come on. Great grand got you, boy. And so in the midst of this, what does it change in you? Because the Bible said after they received their sight, they followed him. What kind of miracle has God performed for you and you still ain't following? What is it that God has done for you and you're still not following? What is it that God has performed and you're still not following him? I'm going to tell you something right now. God don't have to do nothing and he'll still be God. God does not have to perform a miracle and he'll still be God. God does not have to raise you up and he'll still be God. But the question that I have for you is after God has done something for you, what you going to do for him? Oh, y'all, can you put that in the chat? If you can you put that? I know it's kind of long and a little lengthy, but put in the chat. After God has done something for you, what are you going to do for him? After God has healed you, what are you going to do for him? After God has raised you, what are you going to do for him? After God has opened your eyes and made ways for you and provided for you, what are you going to do for him? That's a powerful question that needs to be answered. And in the midst of it all, I want to know what your answer is. I want to know, will you follow him? Will you obey him? Will you be faithful to him? Will you do, move, and have your being in him? Because you understand quite clearly that without him, everything that you have, everywhere that you are, everything that you possess would be impossible. Do I have 5 people? Do I have 5 people? Do I have 5 people? Do I have 5 people who can testify and say, whether you're live now or whether you get on later, that if it hadn't been for the Lord on my side, if it had not been for his grace and mercy, if it had not been for his miraculous healing power, if it had not been for him stabilizing my psychotic mind, if it had not been for his intervention in my family, intervention on my job, intervention in my finances, intervention. Oh my God, can you put in the chat if you can't put anything else in there? Intervention. God's intervention through Jesus Christ is the only reason that you still in your right mind. God's intervention through Jesus Christ is the only reason you can live and move and have your being. God's intervention through Jesus Christ is the only reason you got a car to drive, a place to live, and food to eat. God's intervention in your life is the reason that you live, move. And I know I'm being redundant because I need somebody to get this if they don't get anything else. He has intervened when you weren't paying any attention. He has intervened when you weren't paying any notice to him. He intervened in your life. He intervened when a doctor couldn't do anything. He intervened when the doctor said no. He intervened in your life to provide for you what you could not provide for yourself. I bless his name. I give him glory. I magnify his name, Don, because if it had not been for the Lord on my side, I'd have lost my mind. I'd have went crazy. Everything would have went psychotic and out of sorts for me. And even in those moments when it looked like it was, he still intervened. Why? Because I got loud. I got louder. I got loudest. I got so loud that the enemies got mad. I got so loud that people didn't want to be near me. I got so loud that it didn't make me any different because I knew that if God didn't do it, it couldn't get done. If God didn't provide it, it would not be provided. If God did not intervene, I'd have lost my ever loving. I got to go. 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 I done kept y'all long enough. I got to go. I got to go. I got to go. I got to go because I'm about ready to shout in the man cave with the baby in my arms. I'm just about ready. I'm just about ready for us to go around here and tell the Lord, thank you. Yes, 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 yes. I got to go. 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 Oh, glory to God. I bless your holy name. I give you glory, God. I give you praise. I give you honor. I extol and esteem you higher than anything else in my life. I give you, Lord, have mercy. Father, I bless you. 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 Oh my God, my God, my God. When I think about all you've done, when I think about all you brought me through, when I think about how you have kept me, when I think about how you kept me alive when I should have died years ago, I give you glory, Trinette. I give you glory, God. Just the fact that I can hold this little baby and be here for him because the enemy tried to take me out twice. But bless your holy name that no weapon formed against me shall be able to prosper. And I declare and decree that God's interventions are greater than anything the enemy could have ever possibly thrown in your. I wish I had 5 people and I got to go. I'm getting ready to hit this button. I got to go. I got to go. I got to go. As I feel the power of the Holy Ghost right now. I feel the power of his presence right now. I feel the power of God who is intervening in your life right now. providing in your life right now, making ways for you in your life right now, sustaining you in your life right now, maintaining you in your life. And can I go just a little bit further? Can I go just a little bit deeper? I want you to know he's intervening in your family. He's intervening in your loved ones. He's intervening right now, and he is doing it in ways like you have never, ever, ever, never, ever, 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 never, ever, ever seen before. He's going to show you his power. He's going to show you his glory. He's going to show you his manifestation, but you got to get loud with it. You got to get ecstatic with it. You got to make people mad, including the enemy, that you're going to go ahead and shout no matter how much they tell you to shut up, no matter how much they tell you to be quiet. You still going to go on and give him glory. You're still going to go ahead and give him praise. And you don't need a Hammond organ, and you don't need a congregation. You don't need a praise team or orchestra. All you need is for God to know that your praise is for real. I gotta go, y'all. I gotta go. I gotta go. Mm, 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 mm. Love you with the love of Jesus Christ. May his power and his blessings rule and abide with you, because I'm telling you, somebody gonna tell me what God intervened in when tomorrow's snapshot comes around. May God bless you. May he keep you, is our prayer.